Alright, so the deck that we have today is black-white Cleric pod. Um, so it's black-white Clerics, and there's like a life gain theme going on with it. And the reason it's called pod is because there used to be this famous card called Birthing Pod, and Pyre of Heroes is essentially that, but things have to share a creature type. It's not as broken as pod. They figured out what they messed up with on that card, because that card was broken, and they turned it down a bit and made Pyre of Heroes. So what we got here is we have some ways to gain life, and then we have some threats that get bigger when you do gain life. And then one of our best cards in our deck is Righteous Valkyrie. You know, we have multiple 3-drops that can remove creatures. We have one Elite Spellbinder in the main that we can tutor off the Pyre if we want it. And then we also have an aura at the top end. This deck stops at 4 because you don't really, there's nothing really higher than that you want to go. I've seen some lists that play like 1 5-drop and 1 6-drop, but those cards are clunky to draw because you're primarily just a white-black aggressive deck. You kind of play like a white weenie deck, and you gain bunches of life, and aura is a really good top-end card. There's lots of cool things you can do with aura, like you can have an aura out, get another aura off of a pyre, like Pyre of Valkyrie, go get another aura, have both auras in play, legend rule, keep one dies, you'll get 2 triggers of returning back clerics, and you can bring stuff out of your graveyard, and you can gain massive amounts of card advantage doing that. It's a fun little combo. So that's the main deck. A new card we have going on here from the newest set is Voice of the Blessed. It's like a Johnny Pridemate, but way better. So as it gets bigger, it gains more abilities, and this card in our deck is a must-answer threat. That's one of the fun things about this deck is there's a lot of must-answer threats going in. There's Voice, Cleric, and Righteous Valkyrie, and if your opponent doesn't have a removal spell for those, when you play them, they can often run away with the game. In our sideboard here, we have some portable holes for the mono white matchup. That deck's been pretty popular over the weekend at the weekend tournaments. There's one hosted by Crokies and one hosted by Jeff Hoogland, and mono white seems to be pretty popular. We got Valor's Stance. This is a good split card against most of the control decks right now. Blue-red Epiphany, you know, they have their dragons, so half of it destroys that, and then the other half of it does save your creature from a removal spell to keep up pressure. We got another Brutal Cathar for the creature matchup as well. We have 2 Redains that we also bring in against the control decks. I got some Cathar Commandos here, and I have these in the sideboard in case we're encountering some problematic enchantments or artifacts. I ran into some of those in my testing with this deck, and it just felt like, you know, I wanted access to it somewhere, and this is tutorable with Pyre of Heroes because most of our creatures in our deck are humans. We have a couple more Thalias for the control matchup and a couple more Elite Spellbinders for the control matchup. So that's the deck we're going to be playing today. Let's go ahead and get into some games. Alright, let's go ahead and be able to play here. Yeah, this hand is like a land away from being good. Let's mulligan. Okay. This is a bit better. I think we put back one of the pyres. Got our 2-drop out. Okay, probably playing against a blue-red Epiphany deck. Let's jam our Spellbinder here. Just try to get a bit aggressive. Okay. Let's see, next turn, they're wanting to go land. Let's slow down their card draw at least. Pretty much guarantees that this turn, okay, they foretell their bolt. Well then, think this card is going to be a land. Come on, opponent. Do your 4 damage. Okay, they take it. That's fine. Get down our pyre here. Alright. They demon bolt us, alright. They are stuck on lands. Okay. Well, let's play a Cleric of Life's Bond. We will upgrade this to a Valkyrie. Pass back the turn. See if they drew a removal spell. Okay. Bring out our aura. Hit him for 2. What do we have in our yard? Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Go ahead and play. You don't control. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit him for 5. We gain a bunch of life. We're gonna play down the core. Let's see if they do anything. Unexpected windfall. Okay. Get rid of our apparition here. Gonna get another aura. We can keep the new one. Get down an elite spellbinder and a voice of the blessed. Pump up all of our dorks. And then we're going to elite spellbinder them. Oh boy. So they get to dig through 1,000,000 cards. Let's see. So it doesn't really matter which one of these I take. So let's just hit an unexpected windfall. This is probably an epiphany. So I imagine we will see them epiphany next turn. And we're going to gain a bunch of life here. And our board is pretty huge, so we're out of range of most removal spells. So even if they do take an extra turn here, hopefully they won't be able to go very far. Okay. They didn't top deck the land they needed. So let's see how they plan to get out of the situation that is on board. 5 mana available to them. Gosh. And then do we just aura them again? Let's swing first and see what they decide to do. Come across. Let's see. They could that into Fading Hope. It's about like they're only out here. Even okay, that puts them to 1. Alright, well, we got them at 1. let's just recast our voice. Recast the aura. And pass. Even if they go land Epiphany here, it doesn't do them a whole lot. They need a lot of action to get back in this. But land Epiphany is a start. Okay. So what? Now they can unexpected windfall? Now they have 5 mana available to them. Alright. Well, we got them. Alright. So against this deck, and this is just combo turns. So we want the Thalias, we want the other elites, and then we want the Redains. We want to go down some of these, leave them tutorable. Go down a pyre, go down a cleric. And then I think we go down 1 aura. And we jam like that. Alright. Yeah, this is a good hand. Go ahead and keep that. We have a curve here, so... Our Luminarch. Okay. Foretell, sure. Get down our Thalia. Let's see what they got here. Okay. I think this is probably a saw it coming. Let's start with just hitting them for 3 and see what they do. So they have some kind of instant speed interaction from the looks of things. Right, and I think I'd rather let my Valkyrie get saw it coming. Okay. Ah, demon bolts. Yes. Okay. This turn, let's go Luminarch Veteran. Into our Redain. Keep taxing all their spells. Do they have another Demon Bolt? Yeah. Go ahead and hit him for 4 here. And then post-combat, let's drop our Pyre of Heroes. Okay, they have a divide by 0. Now, I'm not going to play this Skyclave here because I feel like they're going to probably burn down the house. They're probably going to go land, burn down the house. Pass it back. Okay. Well, they didn't have it. They want to spend their whole turn playing environmental science. That's fine with me too. Let's see. This turn, now they have a land. Okay. Well, let's hit them for 4 again. They have a Burning Hands for Arthal. Okay. That's fine. Because that means we get to go Pyre, Skyclave, gain a bunch of life, get rid of the Skyclave, get an Elite Spellbinder, take the, let's see, yeah, take the Epiphany, and now they'll probably do this to kill 2 creatures. Might wait to do that till our turn. I think the other line there is taking the Galvanic Iteration in hopes that they don't top deck a land, and then what, they kill this, they foretell the Epiphany. Get them to 5-4. No, I like this line. I think we did fine. They're in the tank. All right. Imagine that they're going to copy their pyre and kill 2 of our things, but are they that upset that we exiled their Epiphany? Man, Epiphany players are weak-willed. Okay. Well, let's see. What's my yard look like? I have several clerics in my yard. So since they didn't do this then, we're gonna do this now. So if they decide to start blasting things, they have to do it on these 1/1s, which is probably what they don't want to have to kill. Because if they kill both of these, then I'm just going to bring them both back and then pass back my turn. So this doesn't give them good targets at all. And we got there. Sweet. All right, let's go ahead and play first here. Oof. Let's see, we're just hoping to rip lands. Yeah. Let's see if we get there. This hand's really good if I draw a black source, so upside is high enough that I don't think I'm gonna mulligan it. Guess I'll also take a castable 2-drop. Alright, they Fading Hope. Alright, well, let's hope I draw a land this turn. I got what I asked for, but it's not the untapped land I wanted. So it's looking like we're playing against Epiphany again. Oh, blue-white. Blue-white Epiphany deck, probably? Let's be mana efficient and get our Valkyrie down here. Let's spread out our counters. Now this is probably a Doomscar. So my body is ready to be Doomscarred. Oh, not a Doomscar. Interesting. Okay. You know, I was fully ready to get Doomscarred there. Now I think this turn... Yeah. Let's just jam the Apparition. Getting theirs. Getting a dude. Get real aggressive. Now I imagine we're gonna get Doomscarred. Treasure Vault. Oh. Not Doomscarred. Okay. Well, take one of those out. Pop up the token and jam with it. If they want to trade, that's fine. Let's see. They can animate Hall of the Storm Giants to block. They can cycle, go to 9. I pump here. I swing, they go to 1. Yeah. Because then what? They take 3, 6, 8. Oh. Didn't realize it was me that I needed to click resolve. Oops. Well, I think we go for lethal here. Get that out of there. And then what? They animate. Or they do that, and they still take. Alright. Got him there. Good game 1. Alright. So against blue-white, there's some kind of control deck. I think we don't want aspirants against them because They didn't have a whole lot for it. Most of their cards, like the only thing this hits is other aspirants from the looks of things. I think we want Brutal Cathars though to still have interaction. Well, let's see. Go down, just trim around the edges here. And try to just beat them down. Yeah. And then we still have 2 Brutal Cathars for their own apparitions and tokens that they put down. There's a chance I want some number of Valorous stances against this deck. But let's try it like this. Alright, waiting on our opponent here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep this. It is a fine hand. Alright, don't give me any more lands, deck. We're fine on lands. Alright, Disruption, our 2-drop. Well, let's get down another 2-drop. Sure. No jamming, that's a fairy, okay.
With me here, we'll have all the time in the world. And some think time only flows in one direction.
Down the Luminarch. Play both of our cards out here. I'm gonna spread the counters out. Yep. Okay, Dollhouse of Horrors. Oh my. List of cards I didn't expect my opponent to cast is Dollhouse of Horrors. Well, let's hit this Teferi.
Is that what they're calling an attack these days?
So this at least gives us some insight to what they're doing over here. Skyclave takes our pyre. Okay. Well, I think we just double creature this turn. Yeah. And then get their Teferi off the table. So that's what we hope to do. Perfect.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
I guess now they can Dollhouse this apparition. Sure. That's fine. So we pump up here. get rid of this cleric and get... Let's get an elite spellbinder. Make that thing cost 1,000,000 mana. And get it out of their hands so they don't have a way of discarding it to do some dollhouse shenanigans. Ooh. The Foretold Doomscar. Okay. Let's see. Another elite spellbinder. Get their faithful absence, so if they want to absence my spellbinder, it's their whole turn. And I'll get to draw a card here if they do it. Oh, okay, they drew another one. Let's see, I could do this, get back a Valkyrie. They spend their whole turn on killing it. Yeah. Do this. They Fading Hope it. Okay. Well, that's actually... That's actually really good for me that they Fading Hope to that instead of killing it. And then I draw an aura here. Re-put down our Valkyrie. Okay. And then we pass the turn. Alright, let's get down our Voice of the Blessed here. Start pumping things up. Let's draw us a card. This thing costs 9. Okay. Land, Voice. And then sacrifice this Voice. Okay, another Valkyrie, gain life, pump up everything. Come across for huge damage. Alright, we got there. Sweet game. Alright, another round with clerics here. Looks like we are on the draw. Alright. Yeah, this hand's perfect. Go ahead and keep it. We see a green-red land from our opponent. It might be werewolves. Okay. Well, let's just get down a Cleric of Life's Bond here. Pump it. Get in for 1. Pass it back to him. Alright, what do we got here? control. Okay. Well, I think we're just gonna get rid of that thing. And pump up our team. Just keep on keeping on here. Down for 5. Sure. Yeah, okay. Let's start off with a Voice of the Blessed. Pump up everything a whole bunch. Alright, they scoop it up. That was a sweet opener for us. Alright, green, white. Not green, right? Green, red, werewolves. So we want the other Brutal Cathar. For sure. And we go down one of these. Do I want anything else against them? I think that's all I'm bringing in. Just another Brutal Cathar. I think we have a pretty good game plan against them. So, we're just going to jam it like that. Right. This hand is really good if we draw an untapped white source, and then if we don't, and we just naturally draw some other lands, it's really good. So as long as we just draw some lands, I'm in on this hand. It has huge upside. Alright. They got their 1-drop here. Hey, we never didn't have it. No blocks. We will take 2. Taking 4. They pump it up. Going for 1. Pass it back. If we would have drawn another untapped white source, this hand would have been insane. See what they do with their second main phase. Nothing. Do we go for it? I think we just play... Because if I do this and they have like snake skin, right? And then they save this. Then that's a really bad turn for me. As opposed to if I just jam Valkyrie here. Gain a life. Get him for 1. Okay. They send him Clasm, our 1-drop. No blocks. Well, that's what I imagine they were holding up all last turn. So now... Ooh. Let's see. Let's get brutal. No attacks. Leave our angel on defense here. Okay. We're just gonna take it and go to 4, because then we're gonna gain a bunch of life on this turn. Yeah. No attacks. Pass it back to him. Okay. Well, we're gonna put down another voice here. Keep pumping up the whole squad. Alright, and they scoop it up. Voice is insane. Alright, another game of Clerics here on the play. Ooh. Nah, I think we mulligan that hand. Okay, this hand's fine. Let's go ahead and keep it, put a plains back. Start with the plains. Okay. Well, we're gonna just start off with a cleric here. Okay. We're gonna do our one drop here. Pump up our cleric into a Luminarch. I'm gonna spread these counters here in case they have some kind of removal, in case they like tap out for a Skyclave apparition or something. Hey, they scoop it up. Alright. So we saw 2 planes against our opponent. There's a chance we're in a mono white mirror. So that's what I'm gonna hedge against. So let's bring in a Brutal Cathar, go down a pyre. Don't think I go all in on these portable holes unless I really know that they're mono white, because all we saw was 2 planes and then they scooped it up. So I'm just gonna bring in the Brutal Cathar to hedge against aggro and jam like this. Ooh. You know, if we just get some lands off the top, this hand is really good. So let's go ahead and keep it. Looks like we're actually playing against blue-white control, so I'm glad that we didn't go too hard on hedging against aggro. Faithbound Judge. Well, let's get this judge out of here. Hit him for 2. This is probably a Doomscar, so I need to keep that in mind. Yeah, so let's go. Land. 1 drop. 1 drop. And live. Pump up the team. Hit. Put down our pyre. Try to entice the Doomscar here. That's gotta be a Doomscar. Yep. Okay. So let's just bring back both of our friends here. I'm gonna play this as a land so that I can double spell next turn. No blocks. Alright. Let's see here. Let's go Cleric. to Voice of the Blessed. There's a saw it coming. Okay. Divide by 0, sure. Get the expedition here. Hit him for 2. I think I can go land Epiphany. Or are they just casting the expedition? Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this and pump up our dorks. Didn't mean to swing at the voice, but that's okay. I wanted to only attack with these 2. Bit of a misclick there. Guessing this is an Aldrin's Epiphany. Okay. They doom scar everything. Okay. Gain some life, draw a card. Well. Cleric. Let's get rid of this cleric. Let's get a Valkyrie. Sure. Deluging it up here. Yeah, I can't pod him. My only 4-drop I can't pod this into, so I don't think I'm potting that. Okay. Redraw here. Let's get us. I'm pretty sure this is an Epiphany. They have a ton of mana, so getting a Spellbinder doesn't do us a whole lot. I think the players just get the Angel. Hit him for 2. Let's see. I think we just jammed the Brutal Cathar's pressure. And we pass. Wall break bar, okay. That card is going to be a hard one for us to beat. I don't know if we can beat it, in all honesty. Bounces all of our stuff. No blocks. Okay. Okay, they reset that again. Alright, well, I think I'm just going to see if they have any form of gas here. We're probably just scooping it up. Yep, that's the game. Alright, well now we know what we're playing against. So apparitions aren't great here, so let's bring in more spellbinders. We need Redanes. We need Thalias. Let's go down a couple Brutal Cathars. I'm going to leave one in the deck as a tutorable target. And then we go down one Pyre. And then I think we also want these Valorous stances. Trim it a little bit. Actually, no, we're going to go down that and bring that back in. All right. We're jamming like that. All right, we're on the play here. This is a good hand. A bit awkward, but yeah, we'll keep some tension in our mana here. I'm guessing they're just fading hoping. Yep. Okay. Well, I think we just get our Luminart back down past the turn. They got the judge. Well, let's Brutal Cathar their judge. Go swinging. They doomstar both our dudes. Okay. Get down a voice. And pass. Okay. And so then this turn, let's get down our Thalia. Voice. No attacks. Pass it again. Okay, well, I think we just play out our hand here. So I don't think we're beating a Doomscar no matter what we do. No attacks. Pass the turn. They get our hive. Okay. Get a swamp. Alright, so this thing is when... Yeah, this thing can attack, as though it didn't have defender, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Epiphanies. Then they come across for another 4. This is the part where they just take a bunch of extra turns and we die. It's looking like the part where they take a bunch of extra turns and we die. They have one more. Okay. Doesn't look like they have it. I'm at 8 here. Yeah, so they're deluging it. We are in need of some action. Oh, well, that's actually not bad for us here. Because I think we just go across with these voices and see how much they want to trade into them. They just chump them all. They're still dead to an epiphany. So if they found yet another one off with that memory deluge. We either found an epiphany or a doom scar. Either way, we're not in a good position. Let's see. Attack with these. That's 9. 13. 14, 15, 16, 17. They can even take it all. Yep. I think we just jam with those. Okay. And then it looks like we're dead in the air. Yep. Alright. Sometimes you get got. On to the next one. Alright. Yeah, this hand's fine. Let's go ahead and keep. Alright. Black-red land. Okay, black-red vampires. Okay, okay. I think we are just jamming a voice here. Try to get these down early. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna block. Okay. Let's get down to Luminarch. Pump up the voice. Hold it back on defense. And then what do we got here? it's in the tank. They come across. We'll take 5. Okay, they play down another 2-1. Okay, so pyre is pretty good. Let's see, I can make this a 4-4. Which kind of halts assault, and then yeah, I think we make this a 4-4. No attacks. Play our Pyre of Heroes. Use it on our Luminarch. And then we go get the Valkyrie. Really start slowing things down on them. Our last spell, a removal spell. Okay. See what they do with this. Each player sacrifices a creature. Well, we're gonna sacrifice the voice. Keep the Valkyrie around. Oh, okay. In phase 2, they do that. Okay. We might just be dead here. Because what? They make 2 of their things bats, so that's 5, 10. If they flip this, we die. Let's see if they catch it. No, they drew a card instead. Okay. Well, we go to 2. Let's see, next turn. What can we even do? We can turn this Cleric. We can turn this into a Valkyrie. And then play down both of these, gain 5, 7. Pump up a bunch. I think that's the only play that has a chance of doing anything, so. Can't attack. And then we're dead in the air? Yeah. Alright. Next game. Alright, vampires. We definitely want another Brutal Cathar. Portable Hole seems like the card we want against their deck. They had a lot that'll interact with. Spellbinder doesn't seem great. Shave those and a Cleric. And we're going to jam like that. Alright, game 2 against vampires. We're on the play. This hand is not great. Okay, this hand is a little better. I'm gonna keep 6. I'm gonna put back this Cleric of Life Spawn because we currently can't cast it. And then we're gonna lead on a plains here. Alright. Got a 1-drop there, okay. Get down our aspirant. Pass it back over. Now next turn we want to draw an untapped land for our angel. Hey, we got there. Sure. Let's get down another one. Gain a bunch of life. Hit him for 2. Okay, let's see. What do you got here, opponent? They are in the tank. They could make a blood token with the estate and then sacrifice their harvester to kill my Valkyrie and hit me for 2. Is that the line they're contemplating? Okay, that's the line we're doing here. Sure. Ooh. Yeah, well, let's start off with a Voice of the Blessed. Into an aspirant. Hit him for 3. Pretty far ahead on board here. We have 3 must-kill targets. And if they had a better removal spell last turn, they definitely would have used it, so... Sure, we'll take 2. Okay. Yeah. Let's lay this down. Gain a bunch of life. Let's pump up the Valkyrie. Jam across here. Set them to 4, okay. Now they have to have a removal spell for our voice here. Okay, well this turn, I'm just gonna block. Ooh, okay. on to game 3. I'm happy with the way we've sideboarded, so let's continue to jam with it. Alright, we're going to have to mulligan that hand. Yeah, this hand's just fine. Let's go ahead and put back... Yeah. Well, that's a good top deck. We have a good curve this game. Sure. We attack. If they want to trade, I'll take it. Sure. Blood Tithe Harvester. Well, I think we're just gonna play a Brotal Cathar here. Take that. Hit you for 5. Okay. Sacrifice creature 1 token. Okay. Down our veteran. Pump everything up. Gain 3 life. Come across for 5. See what our opponent's got this turn for us. They can siphon us for 4. If they don't, yeah, there's a chance that we activate our Valkyrie next turn. Okay. Sure. Well, we're just gonna do this. I'm across with the squad. Hit him to 3. And we pass it back. They can siphon us for 6 to turn our Valkyries off. But then they're dead on board to our creatures if they do that, so if that's the line they take. Yep. 7, okay. And then we just activate our Hive of the Eye Tyrant and we win. Alright, let's go. Alright, coming back from our games here. On the recorded matchups, we went 4-1. I did have one game that I played against Blue Red Epiphany that unfortunately I had some issues with the recording and we lost that one. So overall 4-2 on the day. Our losses being to control decks. With the way this meta is shaping up, you know, if there's a lot of aggro decks, a lot of other mono white decks, a lot of mono green, a lot of low to the ground decks, you're pretty good against those. You have some game against control, but that's definitely your weaker matchup because you're kind of only playing 1 threat a turn. You don't really crank up the pressure on them, so they can easily 1-for-1 you and keep up. So that's definitely your poor matchup. But if there's a lot of creature decks floating around, then this deck is feeling pretty good right now. So Hope you enjoyed the videos. If you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I plan to do more, so have a good one.